You guys get the links?
Yeah, there you are.
We're live.
There we go.
Are we stream? Is it streaming?
Yes.
Is there a link to the stream somewhere?
Yeah. Let me get it to you.
Are you tweeting it out or emailing it?
Email it to you. Or I'll tweet it out.
You'll tweet it out?
We're live.
I'll tweet it out.
All right.
Live?
Hey, the stream's going to be on
We'll do it live. I don't know most main camera yet.
Hey, is anybody on Twitter following? Can you get that link out?
I'm getting the link right now. Hold on.
He's more specific.
Alright.
Moses is going to send a link.
Wait, you got your jerseys? No.
Someone's got to get to Carl.
Where are they?
I got two.
Oh,
All right, hold up.
Julie under the tunnel.
Lay down right in a lot of action going on.
Yeah.
Screen right now.
Julie.
Loud and clear there, Matt.
Yay,
Hey,
I'm
Evan.
following him right now.
Alright, sweet.
So I'm waiting.
Will you grab my phone from downstairs?
If you
Phone?
Julian.
There, I just tweeted it out.
Come on over.
Baby blue oxen.
There, I just tweeted it out.
There's a teal and the purple bag downstairs. Just grab that. That's good. Otherwise.
I have a dream.
We're good. I tweeted it out.
You tweet it out.
Yeah.
All right. We got to make sure we get a couple people signed in, and then we'll be good to go.
Julian,
All right.
Come here. Come on over.
Big shoes.
It's also being recorded as well.
I think when it's live.
Hi, baby.
Inception style.
And then,
Matt, are you the one controlling the main screen?
Just grab that. Okay, we got to get it to a few people. So give us just a second here to get it to the right people.
I can go right to the YouTube.
I mean, I understand.
your legs and let him come over. There we go. There we go. Yay!
We got to get to like Karlovich and.
Inception style.
Are you the one controlling?
Look at that purple.
I don't have one with me. You have beer cans?
Unless it's in that purple bag.
I've got Purple Drink, I've got Apple Valley,
I have my Jerry Rice jersey.
Hey, what goes best with
I got a
my
ton of
face?
Minnesota
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hide my little window in the corner so you won't see me.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I have control of the cameras. So I will choose between you and the field reporter.
You'll be in the. Oh, okay. I don't know what you said.
He'll be in the field. A lot of action going on here.
Boy, it sounds like it.
Phil Grin and Barrett.
Grinnn.
Big shoes to fill here on the Mulch. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited.
BREIT.
You'll do great. You'll do great.
I want to see how long the delay is. Hold on.
I have to see the kid, I
One
guess.
day we'll have this.
I'll
It
just
looks-
tell her to check.
That's one thing the
I'll tell her to
SPC is
check.
not.
Check her Twitter right now.
His Lamos sounds pretty live when we're talking to him
What's
here.
Carlos' Twitter?
What's pretty live?
He doesn't have one.
Like, sounds good.
Like I talk to him in a regular conversation.
It's about
Not like a lag.
It's about 15 seconds behind
On yours? Could be worse.
Was that a FaceTime?
This is a Google.
So it was live. Time for our show then.
Alright, do we want me to broadcast this from inside?
All right. I think I tweeted it at her, so let her know. All right. Limoges, we're getting started, so just so you're aware.
Yeah, that's
There we go. So, Cole's ready?
Sounds like the last
All right.
Everybody.
Welcome.
Live.
Google Hangout of the Southern Pond Hockey Classic. We're here
Captain.
to do
Captain.
the traditional pre-draft show.
Pretend game.
We're doing it in front of a live audience tonight, so it's a little bit different. You're going to hear some crowd noises that you aren't normally expecting, but it should be a good time. With me this year, Matt Limoges is out, and so we have in his spot, Alex Cole's making his first appearance on the broadcast.
Yep. Thanks,
How are you feeling about that?
Feeling great. I'm excited. It's my second year here at the Classic, so I'm no longer a rookie, but I'm ready to give it my best shot here.
Excellent. I'm really glad to hear that. Alex is a consensus first or second overall pick, which doesn't mean, which in all reality means there's no consensus. But it depends on how you go about your draft order, how you go about your drafting, which we will get into very shortly as we go through kind of our pregame ritual of doing a mock draft. So this is the 10th year of the Pond Hockey Classic, which means it's a very special year. But it also means that there are some changes, some new things this year. Al, you want to talk a little bit more about that first one?
Sure. The first thing that came to mind for me, a big one of the real pillars of this tournament, Chris McClay, not in attendance this year. Stood on his head basically in goal last year against my team, the Haynes Tigers. Took us out of the championship game. Made about 40 saves in that game. He will be missed this year. Another guy actually that I'm missing is his two-time defending champion, Matt Limoges. Last year took away Chris Hutton's bid at a three-peat and isn't here to defend his own three-peat.
Limoges is a really interesting case because not only does he leave open the hole that he makes on the ice when he skates in the 3-foot circle that he can skate in, but he also was my co-host for a long time, was a big member of the Man and Bear show. But here we are without him, and we're making do. He is our production assistant, so we may call back into it. But it's something to be missed. And what's really striking to me is how he made the leap last year from a captain that you could rely on to do a certain job. I think he had maybe 12, 15 goals last year sitting in front of the net, but his team could rely on him to put the puck away, which is a big thing and kind of the theme of this tournament as we have the talent level's grown and we kind of have this weird spread of talent where we're really, really heavy in that late first to mid-second range in terms of draft. And so that will, that causes some issues. Do you want to draft early on, and end up with a player like Hutton or Coles, and then end up with somebody who in years past may have been a captain, or do you want to be towards the back end of the first round, where you get kind of back-to-back players that may be first-round talent?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in the second round this year. Where in some years past, there's been some question marks, there's been some wild cards. But I think this year, this draft could go very deep. Whoever drafts at the end of the first round could end up with a very, very solid team that we haven't seen in years past, where there is kind of a cliff after the first 3 or 4 picks. I don't see that this year.
Yeah, it's really a unique and special year. Again, we continue to get news. I actually have some breaking news that I've just been alerted to. There is some sort of trade scenario during the draft. So as soon as we get draft order and that kind of thing going, but I think what that means is we got to spur up our So let's go ahead and let's start out here. So what we'll do is Coles and I will go through a mock draft. I'll say my pick, he'll say his, and we'll go all the way through all the picks, kind of talk about a little bit about each, give a brief overview. Again, this is an abbreviated version this year as we have a lot of things going on. And a lot of movement. So, Coles, let's go ahead and start out. You are first overall draft pick. Who do you take here?
Well, if I'm the captain of the first team picking tonight, I'm picking the guy that's hosted the tournament for 10 years, a guy that's shown up. He's won many championships. His name's Chris Hutton. And there's two words I would say: dad strength. He became a dad since the last classic. He won 2 years ago. He almost had a free team. He won the championship game last year, and now he's a dad. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
How do you stop the guy?
I think that's a great choice, and I actually make the same choice. My other player was you. But the big thing in my mind and what separates that choice for me is that Hutton has a presence on both ends of the ice, and when you're picking first overall, you know that the last player that you pick is not going to be as strong. Whereas I think somebody with an all-around skill set can help carry you through, and you're going to end up with 2 players that are captain caliber. And I think someone like yourself, which I would take, or I have slotted in my second spot, is an offensive wizard you can rely on for goals, but you're not going to get quite as much on that back end. So if you're a captain that has some defensive ability, or a captain that can sit in that back seat, then you put yourself in a good position by adding a player like you.
There you go. I would take myself second actually as well. Alex Bolts, a guy that was a rookie last year, made an impact, scored a lot of goals. He got a taste of the Classic. It was a little bit of a big spotlight for him. Wasn't quite ready for it. But I think this year, now that he's got his feet under, he's been here once. The sophomore slump is a real thing. So there's always that risk picking him that high in the draft. But I think with his track record, I think he's a great spot at number 2 just for the offensive thing.
I think you put yourself in a position to be an unquestioned. And that brings me to my third pick, which is Karlovic. I think that's an unquestioned pick. In all reality, I have the top 3 players in the same tier. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. My only concern with Karlovic is that occasionally he's a little bit of a selfish player, and you can end up in a rough spot because he will try to work through things. Sharing. And it just kind of it puts you in an awkward spot sometimes as a teammate. But in a 3-on-3 game, you can that can work. It can work in this tournament. So he's my take at number 3.
I like Karlovic at number 3, but there's one guy I think that goes a little bit unnoticed. A guy named Ryan Hoff. Ryan Hoff, a solid stay-home defenseman, can move the puck. I think if you're a captain and you're not obviously a great skill guy, if you're a captain, you're going to want someone that can really solidify that back end. Hoff, not the strongest skater, but man, he's solid, takes up a lot of space, good first pass out of the zone, and when you're called upon him, you can actually score the puck. So I think Hoff over Karlovic, just for the fact that he's a solid defensive player, and you're going to need that in the playoffs, in the final rounds, you're going to need the defense.
I can't argue with you. I think a team that takes Hoff third overall ends up as the strongest team defensively in the tournament. He's somebody that, with the size of rink that we play on, can cover it side to side by himself back there, and you're allowed to release 2 players to the offensive end. I think it's a great play, especially in that third spot where you're going to wrap around to 8, and there are players available at 8 that can play on that offensive side of the ice, especially if you're a captain that has some ability or a captain that can put the puck away. I think about somebody like Matt Limoges, who's been a captain in the past, who would be primed to take a player like Ryan Hoff, where he has somebody that can play on that backside, where he is more of a goal scorer on the other end of the ice.
Yep, not flashy, but man, he gets the job done. I think it's a solid pick right in the middle of that first round.
So let's move on to our 4th pick overall. We're getting a little bit out of here, and I'm going to take somebody that I don't necessarily think is off the board, but I think fits into that tier player. With Carlo off, I don't think Hoff's a bad choice here, but somebody I like in this spot is Casey Matthew, just because he fulfills a similar role to Hoff, but plays it a little bit differently. Rather than being a stay-at-home defenseman, kind of covering the entirety of the ice, he actually works best in the corners when that puck's along the board. And he's a guy that if you have another player on your team, when you're in that 4th draft spot, you're going to wrap around and pick up another player that has high school hockey experience. He will win every puck on the board for you. And so your team will end up with the puck. And I think possession-wise, at the 4th spot, Casey's a great player.
That's exactly why I have him slotted as well. The thing that I really like about the kid is he's got a little bit of an edge to his game. More mentally than physically, I think, but he'll grind down on you. Good puck skills, good positioning, good skater, but really the vocal factor, he'll get in your head. You get up by a goal, you got him on your team, he's gonna let you know about it. He's gonna start our team, we're winning, he'll get right in your face. You know, it's a thing that you don't really think about, but I think over
An uncoachable attitude.
over his hockey skills, I think the mental edge that he'll bring to a team, it's a first round pick for sure.
I think that's great. So the next two picks, 5 and 6, will end up on the same team. In my mind, there's no difference in order here. If I'm the captain, I'm looking at what's on the board right now. Very clear to me who I'm going to take in this 5-6 spot. I'm going to go Sean and Hoff, and I'm going to know that I have a guy on the back end and a guy on the front end that are going to end up contributing to my team. I mean, you look at a player like Sean, and my unnamed scout said to me, in a quote, he was a terrible spot, so you know he can see the ice. And I think you just put yourself in a good spot. You got your offensive man, the guy that can score the goal. I mean, the puck finds the net off Sean's stick. It also finds over the boards and into the snow, but that's not a defensive liability. For every one of those that goes wide and off, he's going to put a couple in, and that's all that matters. So they get his opportunities. So you have a guy like Hoff covering that back zone. You can leave him back there to dictate what happens in that area. He will cover that part of the ice.
I like it. I like the yin and the yang of it. You got offensive guy, you got defensive guy. What I like to do, a little bit risky, but if I have the opportunity to take these two guys back to back, it's going to be championship or bust. I'm taking both Karlovich brothers, 5 and 6. It could be very good, the brotherly chemistry, or it could explode. They could get mad at each other. They're both known to be a little bit of a hothead, but the combination of the two brothers together with the captain, may it be a Haynes, it could be a Keegan, that can stay in front of the net and just bury pucks. I think the two brothers together is a little bit of an untested element in this tournament that could work or could explode.
We've seen it before. I want to say it was back in 2009. Two Obarskis won Cup, which it was a team that went on to win the championship. So it's a proven method if you put two brothers together. I don't think you're wrong to make those choices. Great spot. So let's continue. We're at our number 7 pick here. And as I'm looking through, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in the other Karlovich for me here. He fits right in perfectly. And I'm looking at my team, and I've got Casey who's winning the puck in the corner. I've got the same feistiness coming out of Tony Karlovich, and he's got a big body. We put ourselves around, and I look at my team, and I say, you know what? We've got the things put together to make a deep playoff.
I like it. I've been trying to find a spot to put Sean Higgins in this tournament. I think I can't put my finger on it, but I think he's going to slide a little bit here. The guy that I'm picking is right to my left here, Phil Hutchinson. He'll go right in there, number 7. You got Casey, you got Phil, you got your captain. Boom, you got a nice, solid defensive player that also has some offensive skill. You're going to build from the back, and you're going to push forward. A lot of times, defense will win championships. So cliche, but I think that's Phil, Casey, and captain. Boom.
And I think I can't disagree with you. I would argue that, to me, that team scares me or frightens me in its ability to score goals. I think what you have in Casey and Phil are very similar players. Casey is much scrappier in the corners. Phil is a poor man's top, for what it's worth. The only time those phrases go up together. But I think that's a team that can compete, and I think there's some anger there that is untapped. You put your team in a position to win, and that's what it's about in this second round draft, is putting yourself in position.
Absolutely. My next pick, I'm going to go right just like you. I'm going to go in a little bit different order here, but I'm going to take Sean Higgins at number 8. I'm going to pair him with Ryan Hoff. Offensive guy, defensive guy we talked about before, but I think that's here too.
And I think if that were to happen, that team has to be your favorite team in the tournament.
We're right up there.
Hands down, that team's your favorite in the tournament. Especially if you put somebody in there like a Tyler Haynes, who is on that verge of not being a captain. With when we look at 5 teams this year, you have Haynes, Hoff, and Sean. I think that's a team that wins. That's what I put my money on. That's what I put my money on there. And I think in this spot for me, as I look through, I think I'm going to put in a Jeremy Hunt. I think if Jeremy Hutton fits here, and I look at this team and I see Karlovic, I see Jeremy Hutton, somebody that can balance him out, somebody that's not as devoted to having the puck, and is a little bit more of a team player, but also is not somebody that's going to sit back and accept the fact that Karlovic wants the puck all the time. He's going to demand it himself, and I think you have somebody to balance out. The only negative in Carlos' play, and that's that side business.
I'm right with you. Last two picks, real quick. I'm going Peterson, Graves. Sorry, Steve, you are the last pick in the draft this year. Pretty close. He could have been a captain. Haynes is right on the border. We'll see next year in the 11th Classic. We'll see how you play this year.
Yeah, I think I completely agree. I've said it from the start. Graves is a hard 10 pick to have. There's not a big gap there, and that's, I think, where our first real drop was. We just want to say a big thanks to everybody coming out this year for the 10th. Thanks to the Huns as always for hosting us, and just a pleasure to be a big part of this event. Stay tuned. There's a really special 10th anniversary gift that's being presented at the beginning of the draft show, and it's going to be a real treat for everybody. I think people are going to leave with some tears in their eyes after that. It's going to be special.
Best to come.
Yeah. Thank you as we take this little break, and we will catch up afterwards and the post-draft show.
Okay. So switch your camera. Remote, we're gonna switch my phone here to the primary for the draft. Okay? Got it. All right. I'm gonna mute the video. You know what? Yeah. Oh.
One streamer.
Sorry, there's a lot of people talking. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I'm going to use this phone as the main camera. I'll switch it over to the other. And then the other one, I think I'm just going to leave.
Tell them to check Lumos's Twitter.
Hold on.
I think the players should be. Jesse.
Hold on.
Chris, where do you want me to shoot it from? You want me to shoot it from back there or from back there?
Well, make sure.
All right.
switch. So now you got this camera in the front.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. I actually realized strategy that he guys is going to bring up. And me.
Everyone away. Thank you all for coming to the 2016 Summer Classic. A couple special things in store tonight. First of all, as always, we'd like to take a second to thank the Huntons for allowing this to happen. It's been a long and great 9 years. And again, we appreciate everyone coming out and showing their support each year. In recognition of this milestone for this illustrious event, Michael Evans has talked to a certain someone at Apple Valley High School, Mr. Jerry.
Is he here?
Not here. But through the Michael Evans, he was telling me he was going to say some words from Jerry. I couldn't listen because I was just looking at Evan's eyes. But he's going to come up and say a couple words. Oh, see, well, Mike.
Oh my God, this is great. Yay!
So, this comes from your former hockey coach, one of the greatest minds of hockey in all high school history. First of all, if this team was competing against another team, you may be in trouble. Unless you were playing Sister Mary's School of the Blind.
His only joke.
I think you would have had a better chance of playing some dumbass game where you throw a tape ball against the wall. Yeah. Get your hands on support beam.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Some of these guys were good at this particular game. Now, forgive me, I'm very old and my memory's starting to go, but I do remember yelling at Colts one game, I believe in Roseville. Something that I'm not particularly proud of, but I think Coles would remember it. I think I made a comparison to female anatomy. I would imagine Coles is the cherry picker of the team.
Wow.
I'm hoping that Hawk brought sandwiches. Am I correct in remembering his dad owned a Subway? If not, I think if you put Hawk and Hutton together as a D pair, you would have some interesting D-zone coverage.
Oh, no way!
I think Hawk would be running around hitting everything, including some of his own team. Hutton would be sitting back and directing Hawk into running around and hitting everything. After he was done directing him, I think he would have to check the flow in the reflection of his glass. Higgins is going to be your mother. Do exactly what he is supposed to do. Kind of a left winger in ball cleaning up those floors. As for Casey, good thing that AJ missed that first meeting. Otherwise, we may never know just how good of a goalie he was.
Back up.
Of course, it would have been nice if he had stopped maybe 2 more shots against Holy.
Oh.
As for Carlo, to this day, I remember calling him home from Texas when we were adopting our second child and talking to Sicky. His first words were, Carlo quit. I was yelling at those guys saying something to the fact that I'd leave for a week and Carlo quits. I called back a day later and they told me Carlo's back. I didn't know what the hell was going on. On a serious note, a great group of guys. I genuinely respect all that you have given to the hockey program and school. I wish these hockey players had the camaraderie and respect that you had for each other. It is not a shocker to me that 10 years later, you are still getting together and playing with each other. I'm extremely happy to hear that. I hope all of your lives are going well, and I hope you positive memories of ABHS, especially of the hockey program. God bless. And as Coach Hayes was cleaning out his room today, he found Sean Higgins' DVD from junior year that he never picked up, that we can watch later tonight.
Thanks, Evan.
I didn't know
So, Higgins just never showed up. Without further ado, we'll begin the draft. 2016 Southern Hockey Classic. Our captains tonight are, in order, Graves. Because Haynes isn't here. So, remove this captain. What was that?
Is he out acting for Haynes, or Haynes is out of captain?
Haynes is not a captain.
Wow.
I just received a text that you need to speak up. You need to be louder.
Second, we have Mike Evans. Then third, Peter Keegan. Number four, Chris Wedding. And number five, Steven.
Yeah! Roll Tide.
First, we have Steve Graves. Approach the podium. Steven Graves.
Wow, that was easy. That was easy.
Oh, the Hayes Tigers.
Graves Tigers. Graves Tigers have been reneged. They relocated.
Wow.
We have Mike Evans.
Why did so many people play high school teams?
All right, we have the pick. Big Sid.
Number 2 pick, Alex Cole, Idaho.
You had already faced him. Nobody go downstairs.
Yeah.
Your glasses are. Oh.
Selfie.
When you
Murphy and Tony. Feels good. Feels right.
All right. Next we have Peter Keegan.
I'm so nervous.
He is nervous. I'm nervous.
Casey was doing
You're
too Jared.
Yeah,
Really
All right, next we have Chris Wedding.
Absolutely. Oh, I forgot you got third again. I forgot. Oh, yeah.
You probably still
Oh,
say.
they're back. Which one do we want? I can't see color. We got Gophers, we got Vikings, we got Boston. They're all the
He
exact
needs to go over with that right now.
So
Do
Minnesota.
you want to see this?
I choose.
I'm not from Minnesota.
Oh,
He gets back to back and it's not gonna be devastating. Gets two.
Yeah, make the right move. No, you can't cover up those guns. You don't have a conceal and carry permit.
Up next we have
You're right, too.
I'm in Malachi.
Trade?
Yes. You'll see.
GM, we need GM.
Oh, Val.
What was that? What was that? First round. Exclamation point.
Well, I know. He doesn't have another jacket, but.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
With
Yeah, no.
the first pick of the second round,
Yes. Pick somebody else.
I want to emphasize the first pick of the second round.
Wait. He had to study the book.
Second round? Round number two?
Second round.
Second round. Okay.
All you losers are left.
Second round.
It's the same round as Phil.
Nick Carlin.
That's incredible.
Great PE.
It's actually, it's a good, it is a easy. Yeah, where is he?
I choose. Speedy.
Nice!
That's a wily one.
That was.
See, Phil Hutchinson.
Let's have a girl drag too.
You gotta reflect that kind of shit.
Our girl drag was pretty good. Yeah.
Well, varsity was the chicken. You didn't, I don't think you always. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like it's love. That's he's probably like lying about something. All right. Steve Gray. David?
Who did Evans see? Wait, who did Evans see? So that leaves
There's a lot
brothers on the
going
same
on.
team. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Again?
We've won it before.
We didn't talk about those brothers. No. But we're gonna go with the other.
Oh my
Yes! Again, baby.
I'll accept that.
Now you better get him here.
Put the jersey on. Get the bear. Get the bear. I'm serious.
I'm filming.
Casey, what? Casey. No,
It's coming.
we're taking that fucking picture.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
It's how we really
Careful. You know, quiet downstairs, quiet downstairs.
Is there a baby in the house?
I knew it was gonna be a lot of people. Oh my god. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Leroy.
Oh, Leroy.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's Somebody loves.
Leroy.
All right. So it is a weird ending. Housekeeping items before we wrap up. First of all, another friendly reminder that Sunday morning we will all be cleaning up. We got.
You do have to do that.
So remember the message you make on Friday.
We will make a list. You choose your and you do your chore before you leave. This place is cleaner than we showed up. That's our special thanks to Hans for letting us here. Reef crew on Sunday. Any able-bodied person Sunday morning, we could all go out there and help just take out the boards. It's super quick. Take us a couple minutes and we'll be done with it. Also, I'd like to again just extend, I've said it a couple times, huge thanks to the Huns for hosting this. If we can, when we're done in just a second, pose for our youth group picture. That would be great. Always good to have that. Otherwise, thank you all for attending. 10 years. 10 annual.
10 annual, sorry.
So conduct classic.
Picture.
Picture.
Sarah, you gotta get in the photo.
If everybody got in the chairs, I could take off.